Alright, defending more of Anthony's treachery. Starting here, this time the goal of the escape is to start with the bottom person choosing wherever they want your arm to be and wherever they want their hands to be. So this is a really bad spot to start from. So we start here. Anthony does a terrible job of making sure that my elbow doesn't get back across his hip. So right off the bat, you can see, grabs my head, and I just shove my elbow off to the side. So now I've got a decent frame. If I want to posture, I'm going to have to break his grips off my head. So I reach up to the knuckles and slide that off. Controlling, posturing. Usually you can't just pick people up on top of your hips like that, but Anthony he feels like a baby. So from right here, I have my posture up, and he's doing a good job of disrupting. Very good job. I start standing up and cutting the angle off to the side, and now something real interesting happens here. This is not something I typically do, but I was able to come up with something on the fly here, which is I couldn't quite get my foot over to his shoulder. I felt like my base was compromised, and so I couldn't squash down here the way that I wanted to, so I decided instead of driving towards him, I would start sliding out the back. There's enough space for this hand to pummel in. Now, you do not want to pummel it so far in that your elbow passes his crotch. If your elbow gets in here, he could actually feasibly lock his legs together and catch you in just like a foot-crossed armbar over the top, controlling your shoulder girdle. So from right here, I just get it in far enough and then reinforce it by grabbing my bicep. So now I have a wedge in between me and him, so he's never going to be able to close that space off again. From that point, all he really has to grab is here, and I'm just going to start kind of turning, almost like an omoplata escape, and just sliding back. So as I drag backwards, inch by inch, I'm able to kind of pull myself free. The second my head is free, I know this is going to omoplata, so I immediately start driving into my step over omoplata defense. My knee comes through, and I'm able to step over and threaten him with murder. Good. One more time. Created enough space to slide the hand in, not too far. Grabbed the bicep, created that nice little frame, and now it's just a question of dragging myself backwards. Cutting the angle, trying to get my head free, and the second that it's free, defending that omoplata. Knee slides through, kick back, and straight to the moon, Alice.